Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Scorpio for the month of February 2022. Now, it is a general reading. That being said, it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't sound like it's your story, check your other placements. Your messages could be there. Also, although I am reading for February, know that you could be feeling these energies whenever you view this video, whether it is in February, March, April. Whenever you're drawn to the video is when you are meant to hear its message. Let's begin. So at the heart of this reading we have the wings here. I can just show you the card. The wings can be speaking to something you're wishing for. It could also speak to messages either coming in or going out. It could be someone flying towards you, so coming very quickly towards you. And it can also speak to improvements with regards to the subject of your inquiry, or you're wanting to see improvements, to possibly set yourself free from something that that's attached here, something emotional, something you're carrying. Ten of Pentacles is in the reverse on this, so this is what you're wishing for improvements here in with regards to something you've lost. Possibly in the upright we're talking about something long-term, so something didn't last. It didn't go the way you wanted it to, most likely, with this 10 in reverse. Either it was struggling and you broke up, or you're at a crossroads where possibly with the Lovers here also in the reverse, either one or both of you are talking about this ending, or whether or not to end it or to continue. You know, if it wasn't what you thought it was. It feels like, for me, I feel like this has ended because of what I see in the reading. I do have the Five of Swords here. So something could have ended badly. Somebody could have went too far, went to the extreme when it came to something. And maybe they lost more than they bargained for here. Maybe they did something sneaky or underhanded. And maybe now they're carrying the guilt, the heavy weight, the burden for that. Maybe they ended it because they themselves were hurting and it wasn't healing. Or they're not healing from something they've done, because this Three of Swords shows that the swords have fallen out. The worst is over. Okay, but here you see with that Five of Swords and that Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, somebody lost more than they bargained for here. You know? And maybe they're very afraid. They're feeling maybe really guilty with the Nine of Swords being in the next card. Maybe it's a repeating pattern, or it was up until this point, where now it's like there's a wake-up call here, because now the Devil's in the reverse. So there's a recognition that something needs to go or end. Something needs to change. because it's like somebody who just keeps putting a band-aid over the same old problem, and then it gets somebody hits that trigger and the band-aid comes off and the bleeding starts again, you know. So this is about a decision, and this could be a decision to change something because somebody realized they've lost more than they bargained for, because they lost somebody that was very important to them. Very important, with this card being here. Something of importance has been brought to attention, or to someone's attention here with the bells. And they want to set themselves free, I feel, with the wings. And they are wishing also with the wings for improvements here. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about with the drum and the kisses card. It's like repeating patterns. It's almost like that on again, off again type of energy. Somebody having went too far, or somebody that goes to the extremes. Yeah, Five of Swords is here again. That's what happened. But I felt like I feel like it comes from some type of pain. Why that goes over here? This person was carrying. And I mean, with the Ten of Pentacles here, I mean, these are triggers that can go way back. It goes long-term beliefs, belief systems. Belief systems that are passed down or handed down, or just simply go back to childhood. You see, look where the information, look who's holding the information. It's a child. And so there's an assessment here of, I feel this is an assessment about, okay, what exactly are these triggers, and what needs to change here, you know? And so the Lovers is in the reverse, and I feel like there's a lot of frustration here, a lot of guilt, burden, but it's like from some place inside this person, there still burns this little flame, this little light of hope, that maybe all is not lost. If you're currently separated, which I think you are, there can be a return. There can be a return. Somebody has been sitting stubbornly here. They've been wanting to have a talk, or to have this talk, looking at the details. They want the coin. They want the commitment. Again, somebody who's looking at the details with the clock. And the clock can suggest the most tiny, minute details. Like this person could be over-analyzing things. Yeah. Okay, so what we have here, yeah, you're definitely not together with this card. I really don't feel you are. Somebody could be obsessing over the details with her being in the reverse. This person could have a lot of insecurities. They could be worried about status, or thinking about changing one's status. This is a status. This could be that their status did indeed change. Because in reverse, I feel it's like a downward, like a drop in status. One that they didn't really desire. Again, they're facing a challenge here, and the challenge is to transform the status. That's it. This is about transforming the status of a relationship. Yeah, they're thinking about the Three of Swords, which is at the heart of the reading. I feel like they're grieving over a loss. Yeah, that's it exactly, because the boot, that's what they're thinking of. That's what's clarifying this. So something that they gave the boot to, or that they ended, and I feel like they weren't really thinking when they did end it. This is coming with the tombstone. So there was a great loss. It speaks to a great amount of loss. Something died. But this is also about renewal and rebirth. There's still a little light here, you see, at the top of that tombstone. And that is about a rebirth. This could also be signaling something that needed to end. It's time. We have a timer here. This person could be feeling somewhat restless, like they're running out of time, but they're still hoping, or maybe, yeah, see, something ended or has to end in order to have a rebirth. It's what they're reflecting on. And maybe they're hoping that it's not too late for this change. Somebody here is really struggling with a loss and an action that they took, and it is burdening them. Yeah, see, tombstone. Over here we have the skull. So the skull can be that reality check, a sudden, like a change in mind, a change in thinking. Oh, so you see, a complete, something had to end. It's the way somebody was thinking. That had to end in order for a rebirth to occur. Yep. Learning from experience. The ghosts of the past, memories, what haunts you, remembering the answers, the solution, it's always there, it's in the past. Yeah. Overwhelmed by emotions. And with this card, it's like needing to be brave, because they are facing a challenge, and it's something that is really important to them, something that they recognize the value of. Back here, they did something in the heat of the moment and regret it. But something was learned from it, which, we mustn't forget. And so there's information that they're seeking with the book. This could be information they don't have here, or, this could be about a new chapter, This could be about reopening a book that they've closed. Two of Swords can be somebody who's sitting on the fence, you know. They really, really want to do something, but, you know, maybe they're afraid, or maybe this is a war going on between the mind and the heart, you know, because we are talking about swords. The heart really wants to fall into that person's arms there, you can see, you know, quite clear. And the mind saying, no, 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 if you do it, you're going to get your heart broke, you know. So, yeah, if you do it, this is where you're going to end up. You know, you're going to lose whatever you got left. Don't do it. No, but Ten of Wands. Yeah, and see, they don't have that information, so it makes them afraid. And that's exactly what caused them. They have to deal with that fear, because that's exactly what caused this whole thing to start in the first place. It's where they came from. It's why the Five of Swords occurred. It occurred because of the Nine of Swords. You see? And it's been a pattern for this person that has kept them trapped and kept them from progressing. But now they see that needs to change. They need to change to set themselves free. So they have to find the triggers. Because, you see, here they are in the Hangman position, looking at all these details and assessing the possibilities and what needs to go, what needs to change in order to free themselves and improve this situation, you know. And so here they are in the Hangman position. What would be the cost to me, and what has been the cost to me? You know, what have I lost here? And here we have them looking at this Eight of Cups, you know. And you see they're looking down into that cup. There's something perhaps they didn't see before, because the eyes of the moon here are closed. So this shows what happens when we abandon our dreams. The things we leave behind becomes fair game for anyone else who's willing to pick up the pieces. Someone is walking away without a backward glance, while the other is staring down into the cup at what she's lost. The eyes of the moon are closed here. This card says, though, that you can still set things right. It's not too late, is what it says. But it also warns that if you don't pick up the pieces of your life, somebody else will. And your loss will be their gain. So don't turn your back on this. You know, the grass is not always greener on the other side. And I feel like if this is you, you know that. If this is them, they've discovered that now. And hopefully, yeah, you see, hopefully, it's not too late. That's why the timer's there. That's why the timer is there. Hopefully, you don't realize the value of this too late, you know. Hopefully, you make the change, or that they make the change. And I believe they will, because here we go, Page of Cups. We got this new offer. We got somebody wanting to come in and express their feelings. But wanting to and doing the actual, or taking the actual actions, two different things, right? So, with the Five of Coins being here, This is somebody who's not happy with their situation. And so, Spirit's like, well, if you're not happy with your situation, then you need to make changes. You need to make the change. And you have the ability to do so. You have everything it takes to do so. So what we have, we also have the medicine card here. So this is about a healing. Of course, we knew that right away with temperance being there. But so here we have the Earth Fairy and the movement card. So let's begin with the Earth Fairy. She reminds you to get out of your head. Don't spend so much time analyzing things over and over and over again, and that's what he's doing. Just repeating over and over and over again the tiniest little details. That's what's going round and round and round here, So, get out of your head is the first message. You or them. They may need to get out of their head. And this has to do with this card of movement. This is a marker on your path that's reminding you that all things change as part of the cycle of life. So this card can speak to an actual physical move or a release from restriction or from whatever was restricting you in that Devil card. Repeating patterns, negative thinking, triggers. Movement brings challenges that must not be resisted, and that's what I was saying. Yeah, it's nice to think about going and doing something, but you got to do it. And this card says don't resist, because if you do, it might just be too late when you finally make that decision. So, don't procrastinate. Don't procrastinate. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to all of you.